How y'all doing, baby? Monday. Monday. It's a beautiful day down here in South Texas. Not such a beautiful day in our country, though. No, it's been overshadowed, baby. There's a sense of fear in our country. And yeah, it's all intentional, baby. It's all intentional. Every bit of this immigration uh, fight that's going on with the Trump administration, with his demonization of anybody who might be a migrant, unless you're from South Africa and happen to be white. Well, come on over. Yeah. Anybody else? Fair game, baby. Fair game. Doesn't matter if you're working through the immigration courts, if you're trying to do something right. No, we're going to round your ass up. We're going to deport you to some country somewhere. It doesn't really matter where, just so long as we get your ass out of the United States. When did we become that country? When did we become that country, baby? Because I'd like to know. Because I'm concerned. I'm concerned about well, a lot of things, baby, and a lot of us are. But right now, we have a president who is hell bent, I believe, on taking over this country as an authoritarian dictator, a coup from within. He wants that. He's not going to be satisfied in 4 years to just get up and leave. Are you shitting me? Right now, the fight's over the midterms because it doesn't look good for Republicans right now. So they got to do something. They got to do something, and that's what I'm concerned about. He's calling up. He already called up the National Guard. He federalized the National Guard to send into Los Angeles. To put down the insurrection, the riots. Yeah. To me, it looked like the police department of Los Angeles had that well under control. There weren't that many people. But then you called out the Guard, baby. And people get upset. And they want their voices heard. And that's the right of the people to assemble, to have their grievances heard, baby, to stand up and use the First Amendment. Donnie's not into that shit. No. Well, unless you're a right-wing nut job, he'll have at it. Yeah. I don't know. My mind is filled with all sorts of worry right now. I'm sure yours is too. He's calling up the Marine Corps. Right now, there are 700 or more plus Marines getting ready to be deployed to Los Angeles. Marines aren't trained for that. Marines are a combat unit. They're trained to attack and kill, to overcome their enemy. That's what their mission is. The mission isn't crowd control. It's a dangerous thing to do. It's unprecedented. The actions of him calling up the National Guard, federalizing them, was an act against the 10th Amendment of the Constitution. But as we've determined, Donnie doesn't much give a shit about the Constitution. He'd like to write one himself, do away with a bunch of that wishy-washy shit, rights and stuff like that. We don't need that crap. All we need is an authoritarian leader that can be dominant and be, that's what it's about, baby. I don't know what it's fueled by, some testosterone fucking bullshit that, we want to get a, no, not amongst the people. Jesus, I swear, I don't know. I do these without anything to look at and just speak my mind, but it's hard to do when your mind has got so many directions to go in. And that's his plan, to keep us in every direction and keep it in the forefront of the news. It doesn't matter. The big Musk and Trump feud was eradicated by Abrego Garcia coming back. Well, there's an outrage. Abrego Garcia. Well, we need something else. And something else. I'm afraid his distractions are going to cost this country. We have a right to stand up and speak our mind. And I suggest you do that. Stand up, baby. March right up to the line. And then sit down. Because if we do any more than that, it's playing into his hands. And we have to deny him his desire to implement martial law, to deny elections, to take over the streets by force everywhere. Shit. It's a lot coming down. And I hope you're ready, and I hope you're prepared, and I hope you're willing to stand up. Use your voice. Write your congressman, call your congressman, get a sign, stand out in the street. We got big marches coming up June 14th, no King's Day. And we have a man that wants to be king. He wants to be more than that, baby. I've always said he wants the power of Putin, but he wants the adulation of Kim Jong-un. He wants us all to stand up, clap. That's what the big parade is going to be about, for his birthday, with tanks in the streets and missiles and soldiers. And this isn't about the 250th birthday of the United States Army. No, this is a celebration of Trumpism, and it diminishes the Army. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Pay attention to what's going on. Be active. Be involved. Use your voice, baby. We need you now more than any.